Hey everybody, I'm Brad Thomas. I'm the founder of CincyStreetcar.com, and I hand wrote all these slides, so you know they're going to be good. All right, so Cincinnati is getting a new streetcar, and it's going to be operational very soon. Yeah, pretty great. But you've been following the news. Everyone knows Cincinnati's got some problems. We have budget deficits. We have these things consistently. We have underutilized and empty buildings, and these buildings are costing us money. Instead of generating money and instead of generating tax dollars, they're a drag on our whole city. And one of the big problems with this is we've had our population decline. Our population was over 500,000 people when we had our streetcars in 1950. Since we pulled them up, as you can see the red line, it has just plummeted. We're down to 330,000 people. So what we need to do is repopulate our urban core and repopulate these dense neighborhoods. But Cincinnati's got lots of unique advantages, like wonderful Findlay Market here. We've got some great locally owned businesses like Park and Vine. I can see Dan Corman right there. We have the arts. We have these great neighborhoods. We have tremendous architecture. And yeah, and we have OTR. But we can leverage these with the Cincinnati streetcar. The Cincinnati streetcar is a development tool, but it's also a transportation tool. It'll tie together uptown and downtown, some of our most dense neighborhoods with over the Rhine, and allow us to create a contiguous urban space, a walkable area where we can have a continuous growth corridor. Most people think transportation is about moving as many people as far and as fast as you can, and the streetcar is counterintuitive to that. It's about living locally. It's about shopping at Findlay Market, taking the streetcar downtown, and going to a game there. Now that's a look inside the streetcar. You can see it's wide open. It holds 170 people. It's electric. It runs on rails. Hopefully a lot of people got a chance to visit it, one when they were down on Fountain Square last week. And they're great for handicap accessibility. If you're in a wheelchair, you can get on the streetcar without operator assistance. You press that little blue button right there. The door opens for you. It deploys a ramp. You don't need to be strapped into the car like you do on a bus. And it really increases mobility and increases independence for people who are in wheelchairs. It's a permanent route. It's never going to change. Bus routes change all the time. The South Bank Shuttle just changed. Metro Route 1 is going to change next month. But because it's a permanent route, you know it will be there in 30 years. So you can take out that mortgage. You can open a business, and you can make these investments along the lines. 54% of all the jobs in the entire city are in uptown and downtown. That is the key economic driver that keeps city services available in all of our 52 neighborhoods. That's where we make our money. So if we can use the streetcar to leverage that asset and to really make sure that our Fortune 500 companies, we have 6 of them along the line, stay competitive and can attract and retain the best talent, that's going to help our city. We have more Fortune 500 companies along our streetcar line than every other modern streetcar line in the country combined. Well, we will once we build it. There's also 62,163 residents that live in uptown and downtown. That's about 20% of the city's population, 54% of our jobs, and all in about 10% of our land area. So this is where we can get the most bang from our buck for our streetcar. We can connect these neighborhoods, and we can connect them with our attractions. We have 12 million yearly visitors to the attractions that are along the streetcar line, like Great American Ballpark, the Underground Railroad Freedom Center, Music Hall, Memorial Hall, and when the casino opens, that'll add another 6 million visitors, so we'll have 18 million visitors a year. So it'll stay busy throughout the day and the night. It'll also connect our new developments, Queen City Square, the new tallest building, the banks, a revitalized Washington Park, the renovation that's going on in Over the Rhine, the new investments that are being made uptown. We're going to all tie them together with this streetcar. It'll interface with our public transportation system. It'll connect Government Square, which is Metro's largest bus hub, with the new Uptown Transportation Center, and it'll complement every bus in the system. It'll get more people out of their cars and trying public transportation for the first time. And it's very green. It will reduce CO2 emissions by thousands of tons per year, and not only will it come from fewer tailpipe emissions, but also from people living in dense settlement patterns where they can walk to the corner store, walk up to the market, rather than having to use an automobile and drive for every single trip. But an intangible is, it's just about livability. It's about creating nice places. And creating nice places is a comparative advantage that Cincinnati can have, creating these wonderful, unique places like Oakley and Hyde Park, and just reinforcing them. It'll leverage our federal funds. No money that's being spent on the streetcar to build it can be used for police or firefighters. These are all capital restricted funds, and it's going to create badly needed jobs in this city. 2,157 job years to construct the first phase. And it's the part of a first step. Covington and Newport have both passed resolutions supporting the streetcar. We'll extend it over the river. We'll also tie it in with light rail. We'll take it farther into Uptown, take it to the zoo, take it to Union Terminal, over to Walnut Hills, and expand it into all of Cincinnati's great neighborhoods so we can really tie our city back together again. It'll be operational in 2013. The streetcar is going to happen. We'll break ground next year. and visit cincystreetcar.com for more information. Thank you.